This video is recorded on location at LA Mood Comics and Games. Hello and welcome to Game 1 between Connor playing White Weenie and Will playing Esper. Connor plays a plane. Will puts on a Temple of Silence and puts it at the bottom. Connor puts down a Plains and casts a Precinct Captain. Will puts down a Mutavault and casts a Last Breath. Connor puts down a Plains and casts a Fiendslayer Paladin. Will puts on an untapped Howled Fountain and casts a Detention Sphere. Connor puts down a land and casts a Fiendslayer Paladin. Will plays a Godless Shrine. Connor plays a Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, followed by a Johnny, Caller of the Pride. He puts a counter on the Fiendslayer Paladin and attacks for 3. Will activates Mutavault and attacks the Ajani. Connor puts a counter on the Paladin and attacks for 4. Will puts on an island and casts a Jace, Architect of Thought. He uses his -2 ability and reveals 3 lands. Connor separates the temple and Will puts it at the bottom. Connor puts a counter on the Paladin and attacks for 5. Will puts on a Plains and casts a Supreme Verdict. He then +1s Jace. Connor plays a Precinct Captain and puts a counter on it. He then plays a Plains. At the beginning of the end step, Will casts a Doomblade on the Precinct Captain. In response, Connor casts a Brave of the Elements, naming Black. Will uses Jace's -2 ability, revealing 2 lands and a Sphinx Revelation. Connor separates the Revelation and Will puts it at the bottom. Will plays a Temple of Deceit and keeps it on top. Connor gives his Precinct Captain double strike and attacks. In response, Will casts a Sphinx Revelation for 3. Connor gets 2 1/1 soldiers from the Precinct Captain. He then plays a Judge's Familiar. Will casts Supreme Verdict. Will plays a Temple of Silence and puts it at the bottom. He then +1s Jace. Connor plays a Soldier of the Pantheon and puts a counter on it. In response, Will casts an Away. Will casts a Blood Baron of Escopa. He then plays a Hallowed Fountain and +1s Jace. Connor +1s a Johnny and then plays a Nykthos. Will attacks for 4. He then plays a second Blood Baron. Connor plays an Archangel of Thune and puts a counter on him. Connor plays a second Nykthos. Will casts a Detention Sphere. He then attacks for 8. Connor plays a Spear of Heliod and +1s a Johnny. Will plays the Temple of Deceit and keeps it on top. He then attacks for 8 and +1s Jace. Connor +1s Johnny. Will activates Mutavault and sends it towards the Johnny. He then sends 8 at Connor. Connor plays a Judge's Familiar. And Will attacks for lethal. Remember to like and subscribe for more Friday Night Magics coming your way.